Welcome to the channel. If you're passionate about history, culture, and the forces that shape our world, you're in the right place. Today, we re-diving into a story that spans centuries, the rise of one of the most powerful civilizations on Earth. From ancient beginnings to global leadership, this is American civilization, the journey from yesterday to today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a video like this. From ancient indigenous cultures to the digital age, this is the journey of a nation shaped by conflict, culture, and change. This is the journey of American civilization, from yesterday to today. Long before the United States existed, this land was home to rich and diverse civilizations: the Cherokee, the Navajo, the Iroquois, the Sioux, and many more. These nations built complex societies with their own systems of governance, agriculture, trade, and spirituality. They lived in balance with the land and held traditions that stretched back thousands of years. Their legacy is the true foundation of American civilization, yet their contributions are often overlooked or erased. When European settlers arrived, everything began to change. In the early 1600s, European explorers and settlers from England, Spain, France, and the Netherlands began colonizing North America. They brought with them new religions, governments, technologies, and devastating diseases. The British colonies grew quickly, especially along the East Coast. Settlers pushed deeper into native territories, building towns, creating plantations, and importing enslaved Africans. By the 1700s, 13 British colonies had taken root, and tensions with the British Crown began to rise. Ideas of freedom and self-rule were spreading, and rebellion was near. In 1776, the colonies declared their independence from Britain, sparking the American Revolutionary War. Ordinary farmers, merchants, and soldiers fought against the strongest military in the world. After years of bloodshed, the United States of America was born. The U.S. Constitution, written in 1787, promised liberty and justice, but only for some. Slavery remained legal. Women had no vote. Indigenous peoples were treated as enemies. Still, a new form of government was rising, a republic built on ideals, but struggling with contradictions. In the 1800s, the young nation looked west. The Louisiana Purchase, war with Mexico, and deals with foreign powers doubled the country's size. But the cost was high. Native American nations were pushed off their lands. The Trail of Tears saw entire communities forcibly removed. At the same time, slavery expanded in the South, while the North moved toward industry. The divide between free and slave states deepened, and the question of America's true identity came to a breaking point. In 1861, Civil War broke out. The United States split in two, North and South, Union and Confederacy. The war lasted for brutal years, taking more than 600,000 lives. President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, declaring slaves in Confederate states free. In 1865, the Union won, and slavery was abolished. But the struggle was far from over. During Reconstruction, efforts to rebuild the South and protect newly freed African Americans faced resistance. Racist laws, violence, and white supremacy undermined progress. By the late 1800s, America entered a new phase. Factories, railroads, and steel drove rapid industrial growth. Cities boomed with new jobs and opportunities. Millions of immigrants arrived from Europe, Asia, and Latin America. They built railroads, worked in mines and mills, and brought their cultures with them. But not all were welcomed. Xenophobia, labor abuse, and racial prejudice shaped the immigrant experience. Even so, American civilization was becoming more diverse and more powerful. In the early 20th century, the United States became a key player on the global stage. America entered World War I in 1917 and emerged more influential than ever. In the 1940s, World War II demanded even more. After the attack on Pearl Harbor, the U.S. joined the Allies to fight against tyranny across Europe and Asia. The war ended with victory, and with the atomic bomb, America was now a superpower. The Cold War followed, a long standoff with the Soviet Union that shaped foreign policy, science, and education for decades. But not all battles were fought abroad. At home, the fight for civil rights took center stage. African Americans, long denied justice, demanded equality under the law. Leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, and Malcolm X brought national attention to racial injustice. Peaceful protests, powerful speeches, and courageous resistance led to landmark laws, like the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act. Women pushed for equality. Native Americans, LGBTQ people, and immigrants raised their voices. America was changing again, through struggle and through hope. In the late 20th century, technology began to transform American life. Computers, the internet, and mobile phones reshaped communication, business, and culture. The U.S. became the center of a digital revolution. But the nation also faced great challenges. Terrorism struck on September 11, 2001. Wars in Iraq and Afghanistan followed. Mass shootings, political division, and economic inequality shook the country. And yet, creativity, innovation, and resilience remained strong. Today, American civilization is more diverse and complex than ever. It is a nation of over 330 million people, of many races, languages, and beliefs. It leads in technology, science, music, and entertainment. It wrestles with climate change, gun violence, and political polarization. And it continues to ask, who are we? What does it mean to be American today? Can the country live up to the ideals it declared in 1776? Liberty, equality, and justice for all? From the wisdom of its First Nations to the voices of modern generations, from revolution to reinvention, from hardship to hope, the story of American civilization is still unfolding. Its future depends not only on its power, but on its ability to remember, to reflect, and to rise. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you learned something new, please leave a comment, share this video, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's great civilizations. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep exploring.